So next up is ESPN. So we're going to get some good demos here, and this is Damon Phillips, who is Vice President of WatchESPN and ESPN3, and he has a long resume in both sports and in television technology, and he's coming on from this side of the stage, so that's good. Please welcome Damon.
Hi, how are you?
Good to see you.
All right,
Come sit a little bit closer.
All right.
All right, so I'm sure people are very excited to get to the demos, because that's kind of the fun stuff, the new things that you're going to be showing with WatchESPN. But maybe you can start us off a little bit with some usage data and a suggestion of how the app has evolved, and also how the traction that you've seen and the usage.
Yeah, so right now, WatchESPN is available in 55 million households. We have deals with 8 of the top 10 MVPDs. And what's been interesting, we launched TV Everywhere back in 2010, is how demand and expectation have changed over time. Now fans, a couple years ago, they just wanted it to work. And now the expectation is they want it to be better than TV. So we're seeing great demand, but we're also seeing tremendous usage when it comes to live events. We see with college football, a couple 100,000 people watching a one game. And then the actual engagement on a tablet has surprised me quite a bit. We're seeing people watch well over an hour on the tablet.
Yeah, well, I have to say that during NFL season, I'm local, so I'm a big Redskins fan, and there was a Sunday night football game, and I had to do stuff around the house. I had to be downstairs, I had to be upstairs, and I just was able to take my tablet along with me, my iPad, and watch the game. And it is truly, that is the multi-screen experience.
Definitely, and we have Monday Night Football on ESPN, and so it's always a good thing for us on those days.
So yes, Sunday, Monday, one of those nights. Yep. Okay, well, let's get to the demos, because I understand there's some new things with the WatchESPN app. Yeah,
so one thing we're going to talk about is how we make this better than TV, and personalization and interaction, or being more interactive, are ways to do that. I'm sure we got some sports fans out there in the audience right now, but if you're familiar with ESPN's Bottom Line, what we reimagine is what can Bottom Line 2.0 look like. So I'm going to pull up the app right now. This is a live demo, so I'm rolling the dice here, so we'll see. Work with me a little bit. I'm going to pull up college baseball, which is live right now, so I'm just tapping. We got North Carolina and South Carolina playing right now. So you see the bottom line below, but now we're introducing this live toolbar. So I pull it up, and you can see below, you can change the channel. We have a lot of events on: cricket, soccer, Sports Center. If I want to see scores, I click on scores, and no live games yet, but if I want to see the Orioles, who they're playing against, the Angels, who the starting pitchers, go a little deeper in stats. So you can pull it up here. So again, we're trying to make this more interactive for fans, and go a little deeper into stats and make it a more richer experience. Then you also, if you're watching a live game and you want to see the latest on Tim Tebow, because I know there's a lot of Tim Tebow fans out in the audience right now, I can pull up Tim Tebow, and this is all of our video on demand that we have on ESPN.com, so you're able to watch side by side. We happen to be at a commercial right now, so I'm going to pull up Tim Tebow, see a live demo. Don't try this at home, because live demos are dangerous. Even got a commercial going. So I'm going to fast forward past the demo, and we're looking at Tim Tebow. We got Trey Wingo out at the Patriots facility today, and you can watch news, what's going on right now. I can pinch back. I'm going to pull up a live game, and I'm going to pull up the herd. Actually, I'm going to pull up cricket. See if you have cricket fans out there.
Any cricket fans? Anybody?
Yeah, live cricket going. So
Work
you can
with
squeeze
me
back,
here. Let's pretend we're cricket fans.
and you can watch side by side. Cricket fans.
Right.
There we go. So you can watch side by side. So these are the kind of things we're doing. This is going to launch on iPads sometime this summer. So these things we're trying to do to make the experience richer overall.
Right, and this is also on the Xbox, is that right?
We have Xbox is one of the platforms we're on. Okay. So Xbox, Android, iOS, so the 3 platforms. Right now, the live toolbar what I'm showing you today will launch on iOS sometime this summer.
Fantastic. And do I remember the live toolbar, you can also customize it, I think, depending on your sports preferences, which is good. They may vary in the household, so you may have competing WatchESPN applications on different iPads. Yeah. Is that right?
Over time, we're going to be able to personalize it. So if I know you're a Redskin fan, like I know you are,
yes, I am.
We'll be able to have RG3's press conference waiting for you when you get there today. and be able to pull in other content that's relevant to you.
Fantastic. And also, so I'm a Redskins fan. My husband is a Cowboys fan, but it's the NBA Finals. So I'm assuming if we wanted to change it up at that point too, and I become an NBA fan when it's finals, end of the playoffs season. So I could change it up then and be able to look at different.
I think that's one of the great things about these experiences. We talk about second screen. When you're at home and you lose the battle for remote, this becomes a personalized television. So we're seeing a lot of use cases around this being the second screen inside the home.
Right. Can you talk a little bit about more in terms of the traction of this? It's obviously a very popular app and was certainly on the forefront of some of the TV everywhere. What service providers are you authenticated with today? Or maybe it's what service providers are you not authenticated with?
Yeah, so we have deals with 8 of the top 10 MVPDs, so Comcast, Time Warner, Verizon, AT&T was recently announced, Charter, Cox, Bright House. So we a lot of momentum here and a lot of demand for the product. And I would say TV everywhere, we're in the first inning right now. We're seeing tremendous demand, 20 million downloads of the app across iOS and Android, so there's traction, a lot of traction happening.
Right. Do you want to talk at all about how the authentication piece has changed? Because that's obviously a big focus for the operators, both simplifying that, as well as making sure it's still effective and secure, and on that front.
Yeah, so authentication is the big buzzword around here, and at ESPN we talk about, we don't want people to talk about authentication. We want you to turn on and it works.
But at a cable show, we can talk about authentication.
Well, in terms of the term authentication. So what we're trying to do is, we're trying to make it less friction, right? So people can go in and authenticate very easily. So things we're working on is auto and home authentication with some of our MVPDs. We're looking at ways to bind social accounts with your MVPD account. So we're trying different ways to make it easier to get in there. Going back to authentication, we believe it's adding a lot of value to the multi-channel offering. So we love this model, and it's just about trying to make it easy for fans to get into content right away.
Yeah, no, I know Brian Roberts talked this morning as well about doing some in-home authentication, which they trialed during the Olympics, and how that really did improve uptake. It was the Olympics too, so that probably had something to do with it. But.
So you'll see conversion rates a lot higher with in-home authentication. That's the first time you come in. Second time, going back to the social account binding will be interesting.
Sure.
And we're looking at other ways to just really remove the friction from that whole process.
Right. Great. Well, I'm looking forward to being able to get this app on my iPad at home and to control the sports experience, at least briefly, against my Cowboys other half. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.